Meghan Markle thought she could waltz into Kris Jenner's mansion like it's 2018 and she's still royalty. Big mistake. Hollywood doesn't care about tiaras anymore, especially not at Kris Jenner's gate. Showing up uninvited? That's not a flex, it's a fumble. Word is, Meghan pulled a friendly drop-by at Kris's Calabasas fortress. No call, no text, no invite. Security wasn't playing. Her name wasn't on the list, and that's a loud kind of rejection. In Kris's world, you don't just roll up. You get vetted, approved, and scheduled. Meghan's face might still grace tabloids, but it didn't get her past the gate. That's not just a snub, it's a statement. You're not in the club. Let's be real, this wasn't a casual visit. Meghan doesn't do spontaneous. Every step she takes is calculated, part of a bigger plan to claw her way back into Hollywood's inner circle. Since ditching the royals, she's been chasing relevance like it's a limited edition Birkin bag. Podcasts, Netflix deals, lifestyle, brands, she's tried it all, but nothing's sticking. Her American Riviera orchard? A jam jar here, a vague Instagram post there, and still no CEO. Her Netflix cooking show? Filmed, but delayed till 2025, tangled in copyright drama. The Sussexes' $100 million Netflix deal is on shaky ground, and Spotify already cut them loose. Meghan's moves scream hustle, but Hollywood smells desperation. Kris Jenner, the ultimate gatekeeper, isn't here for it. She's built an empire by curating who gets access to her world. It's not about fame, it's about value. Kris plays chess, spotting risks 10 moves ahead. Meghan? She's a wild card, a PR minefield. Her baggage, from royal feuds to public flops, isn't worth the gamble. Sources say Kris cooled off after seeing polls tanking the Sussexes' popularity. Meghan might have thought tagging Kardashians on Instagram or cozying up to Kris's circle, her mom Doria was spotted with Kim once, would open doors. Nope. Kris doesn't need Meghan's drama. She's got enough of her own. This rejection stings because Meghan's running out of options. She's not the royal disruptor anymore. She's the ex-royal who can't land a hit. Hollywood's rules are brutal. You don't get in by showing up, you earn it. Meghan's banking on her past shine, but that's faded. Her humanitarian speeches clash with her socialite stunts, leaving everyone confused. Is she a serious advocate? Or a fame chaser? The mixed signals are killing her brand. And when you show up uninvited at Kris Jenner's doorstep, the whispers start. Assistants talk, agents gossip, and suddenly Meghan's not just rejected, she's a meme. Hollywood doesn't forget a fumble like this. It's not about being liked, it's about being strategic. Right now, Meghan's neither. Meghan Markle's uninvited drop-by at Kris Jenner's mansion wasn't just a bad call. It was a neon sign flashing out of touch. Hollywood's a small town with big egos, and Kris Jenner's empire doesn't open its gates for someone chasing clout. Meghan thought her royal glow would get her through, but Kris's security team sent her packing. That's not just a rejection. It's a wake-up call. Meghan's been playing a game where the rules keep changing, and she's not keeping up. Her moves, from tagging Kardashians on Instagram to showing up unannounced, scream, try hard, not triumph. And Hollywood? It's allergic to that vibe. Since stepping back from royal life, Meghan's been on a mission to reinvent herself. Activist one day, producer the next, lifestyle guru by weekend. But her brand's a mess. Her American Riviera orchard launched with more questions than products, a logo, some jam, and zero strategy. Her Netflix cooking show's stuck in limbo, delayed by trademark issues and a lack of buzz. The $100 million Netflix deal? Hanging by a thread after their docuseries fizzled. Spotify dumped them after one podcast season. Meghan's pitching herself as a multi-hyphenate, but the public's not buying it. Polls show her and Harry's popularity tanking. 68% of Americans don't care for them, per YouGov. That's not a fan base. It's a red flag. Kris Jenner, the queen of control, sees through the chaos. Her empire thrives on precision, not unpredictability. Letting Meghan in risks headlines Kris doesn't need. Meghan's not just baggage. She's a walking tabloid. From royal rifts to PR flops, her name pulls drama like a magnet. Kris, who's built a billion-dollar brand on calculated moves, isn't about to roll the dice on someone who can't stick the landing. Sources say Kris clocked Meghan's game early, the Instagram likes, the subtle name drops, the Doria Kim photo op. It's not enough. Kris doesn't do favors. She does business. Then there's Harry. Poor guy looks like he's trapped in a script he didn't write. Leaving the royals was supposed to be freedom, but this feels like a cage. Every time Meghan fumbles, Harry's the one dodging the fallout. His friends, the ones still talking, are worried, not just about his image, but his sanity. He traded a palace for paparazzi, duty for drama. Meghan's chasing Hollywood's spotlight, but Harry's stuck in the shadows, his voice drowned out by her missteps. He's not a prince anymore. He's a +1 in her spiral. And the worst part? Meghan doesn't see it. She's still tagging celebs, plotting power moves, acting like one big win will fix it all. But Hollywood's not waiting. It's moving. On. And Harry's left wondering if this is the life he signed up for. Meghan Markle's uninvited stunt at Kris Jenner's mansion isn't just a gossip blip. It's a snapshot of her fading star. Hollywood's a brutal game, and showing up unannounced at the Kardashian-Jenner fortress was a rookie move. Kris Jenner's empire doesn't run on nostalgia or royal titles. It's built on control, loyalty, and value. Meghan's name, once a golden ticket, now carries more baggage than clout. Security turning her away wasn't just protocol, it was Hollywood saying, "You're not it anymore." And that's a rejection that echoes louder than any headline. Meghan's been scrambling since she and Harry left the royals. She's tried everything: activism, podcasts, Netflix deals, even a lifestyle brand that's more Instagram aesthetic than actual business. But nothing's clicking. Her American Riviera orchard is a vague promise with no product launch in sight. Her Netflix cooking show, tied to a floundering $100 million deal, is stuck in legal quicksand. Spotify axed her podcast after one season. Public sentiment? Brutal. A 2025 YouGov poll pegs her favorability at 28% in the US, worse in the UK. She's not building a brand, she's burning one. And Hollywood notices. Kris Jenner, the master of curated chaos, doesn't let wild cards in. Her family's empire, worth over $2 billion, thrives on predictability and profit. Meghan's a PR grenade, royal feuds, failed ventures, and a vibe that screams desperation. Kris saw the Instagram tags, the calculated friendships, the subtle plays for relevance. She's not buying. Meghan's not a collaborator. She's a liability. Kris's circle is airtight, and you don't get in by knocking uninvited. That snub sent a message. Relevance isn't borrowed. It's earned. And Meghan's running out of currency. Harry's the real casualty here. He left royalty for freedom, but this feels like a trap. Every Meghan misstep, from tagging Kylie Jenner to this mansion fiasco, drags him deeper into a narrative he can't control. Friends say he's exhausted, not just by the headlines, but by the lack of purpose. He's not a co-star in Meghan's Hollywood dream, he's collateral damage. His solo trips, like recent ones to New York, scream distance. The question isn't if Harry's rethinking this life, it's how long he can keep playing along. Meghan's chasing a spotlight that's dimming, and he's stuck in its flicker. Hollywood's done with tryhards. Meghan's mixed signals, humanitarian one day, socialite the next, aren't versatile. They're chaotic. The public's tired, the press is turning, and even her defenders are quiet. This Kris Jenner episode isn't just a rejection, it's a warning. Meghan's not climbing, she's sliding toward irrelevance. If she wants a comeback, it's not about headlines or name drops. It's about building something real, a project, a purpose, a plan. But time's ticking, and Hollywood doesn't wait. Neither will Meghan Markle's uninvited cameo at Kris Jenner's mansion wasn't just a misstep. It was a mirror held up to her crumbling Hollywood dream. Showing up without a call, thinking her royal sheen would unlock Kris's empire, was peak delusion. Hollywood doesn't bow to ex-titles. It demands receipts. Kris Jenner's security team didn't just turn Meghan away. They broadcasted a truth she's dodging, her star's fading fast. In a town where relevance is currency, Meghan's account is overdrawn. The whispers aren't kind anymore, they're cutting, and they're everywhere. Meghan's post-royal playbook is a mess of half-baked ideas. American Riviera orchard, a fancy logo and some jam samples, but no launch, no buzz, no plan. Her Netflix cooking show, part of a $100 million deal, is mired in trademark disputes and delayed till 2026. Spotify ditched her after one podcast season that barely made waves. Her activism, mental health, feminism feels like a side hustle to her socialite stunts. She's tagging Kardashians, chasing red carpets, and pitching herself as a mogul, but the math ain't mathing. A 2025 Gallup poll shows her US approval. At 25%, Harry's barely higher. Hollywood sees through the hustle. It smells like panic. Kris Jenner, the architect of a $5 billion dynasty, doesn't entertain chaos. Her world is a fortress of strategy, not sentiment. Meghan's not an asset. She's a headline hazard. The Instagram likes, the calculated friendships, the Doria Kim photo op. Kris clocked it all and didn't bite. Her empire thrives on mutual gain, not charity. Meghan's drama, royal rifts, PR flops, and now this gate crash outweighs her value. Kris's snub was a masterclass in boundary setting. You don't get in by begging, you build your own table. Meghan's still knocking on doors that won't open. The industry's verdict is brutal. Agents, executives, even assistants are talking. Meghan's not the disruptor she was. She's a cautionary tale. Her mixed messaging, humanitarian one minute, Hollywood wannabe the next, isn't eclectic. It's erratic. The public's checked out, the press is bored, and her allies are ghosting. This Kris Jenner fiasco isn't just a rejection, it's a death knell for her current strategy. If Meghan wants a shot, she needs to stop chasing clout and start delivering substance. A hit project, a clear brand, something tangible. But right, now, she's stuck in a loop of her own making, and Hollywood's not here to save her. Harry's the silent victim in this saga. His freedom dream is now a front row seat to Meghan's spiral. His solo appearances, London, New York, hint at a man searching for an exit. Friends say he's drained, not just by the chaos, but by the loss of purpose. Meghan's chasing a mirage, and Harry's tethered to it. Hollywood's watching, and the clock's ticking. Relevance waits for no one, not even a former royal. Yeah. Raha Part 4, exact 500 words. क्या बात है? अगर और पार्ट्स चाहिए या कोई ट्वीक करना है, बोलो. कंपेटिटर का AI तो अभी भी आउट क्लास हो गया.